Hey guys, Ollie here. We're going to do a bit of a catch and cook today. We ain't catching it. I've caught the marlin, spared the marlin already. So today we're going to make smoked fish pie, smoked marlin pie. You can do this with any fish, but today, yeah, it's my first time with marlin. Usually it's kingfish or kahawai, something like that. But I've spared a marlin finally, so I'm going to show you my basic as recipe for a good smoked fish pie. It's super easy and super tasty, so let's get into it. I'll show you some ingredients which you'll need. Right, we're going to need leeks, 1 or 2 good sized leeks, some celery, a couple of onions, butter, real butter, don't get no fake stuff like margarine or anything, that's not good for you, and it's not butter. Get some cream, any brand you want, salt, pepper, simple as, some smoked paprika, that's my little thing I like to chuck in. Other than that, get your smoked fish. Again, you can use any smoked fish. Today we're going to do smoked marlin. So here we've got some beautiful hunks here. It's going to be so tasty. So I'll try not to eat that before the pies are ready. And we're going to put it in a flaky puff pastry, okay? So let's get into it. Right guys, we'll get onions chopped up first. I chop the onions up fairly fine, just makes for a nice consistent inside to the pie, but you can do whatever you want. Chop them up reasonable. Depending how many pies you want to make, you might want more onions, you might want less, but you can't go too wrong with this recipe. There's no really set quantities, so you just whack it all together. Plenty of salt, pepper, cream, onion, you can't get wrong. Heaps of butter. So we'll get the onions cooking, then we'll quickly chop up the leek and some celery and just whack it all together with heaps of butter. I prefer butter over oil. You can use oil as well, whatever. But a good quality olive oil or butter, and just get that cooking. Right, let's get these leeks going. Probably 1 leek is enough, but it's a bit old sitting in the fridge. Let's chop that off. But yeah, basically cut that leek nice and thin, nice thin strips. Again, don't worry too much about quantities. Too much, too little, you can't go too wrong with a pie. These leeks, they're really key ingredient to this pie. They just give it that depth and flavour and just really bring it all together. The leeks and the cream. Leeks, cream, smoked fish, salt, pepper, you just can't go too wrong. And a lot of butter. Again, butter. And that's all gonna cook in quite nicely now. Righto, get some butter in the pan. Get the pan nice and hot. Don't be shy with the butter. We'll let that cook away. Right. Give that a stir. Go hard. Right. We'll whack a bit more butter in there. Get those leeks in there. Right, then we're just going to cook all that down until it kind of goes transparent and it's basically cooked. It might take about 10 minutes, depending on how high the temperature you have it and stuff. But yeah, give it some time, let it cook in, and then we will move on, add the smoked fish and the rest. Well, this is coming on really nicely. Whoa, it's steamy. That's basically ready to add the marlin. So we'll split this up and whack it in here. So yeah, should have really prepared this earlier, but just shred that marlin up, or whatever smoked fish you can get your hands on. It's all going to be beautiful. It almost feels like a waste but I've got so much of the fish, not too worried. Give it a stir. I think we'll get a little bit more in here. We don't want to go too crazy. That's looking pretty good. Okay, we'll just add that celery now. Alright, we're going to add the cooked celery in there. It's about a third or a half of a normal celery chopped up and cooked, so I think we've got a pretty solid looking mixture going on here. It's always different every time, a little bit different, but it always comes out absolutely beautiful. Righto, let's get the rest of the ingredients in here while that's just cooking away. Salt, pepper, cream. Gonna put a 500ml bottle in here, don't be shy of the cream. Salt, pepper, bit of smoked paprika, and we are good to go. Let's do it. Go hard on the pepper. You want a good amount of pepper in here, just really don't be shy. We won't need too much salt, as that fish is already fairly salty, being a smoked fish. So we'll just put in a fair amount there. Right, you can always add more salt later, you don't want to overdo it. Right, beautiful. That element back up onto high. All the cream. And don't forget the bit of smoked paprika. Again, you know, just wing it, chuck a bit in. Not too much, not too little, whatever. I reckon about that. You want to enjoy the flavour of that marlin and that smoked fish. That's why it's such a simple recipe. All my cooking with fish, I try and keep it as simple as possible. You just don't want to overpower fish too much. I mean, it's already smoked marlin. The smoked fish is full of flavour. So just that little bit of paprika. Yeah, this is just going to be absolutely beautiful. Give it a real good mix in, and we'll just let that cook away for a little bit longer. You want a bit more liquid in there. You want to keep that meat really nice and moist, so you can add a bit more milk if you want. Ideally more cream. You can't go too wrong with the cream. But I'll see what I've got in the fridge and just add in what you've got. Any type of milk. Get a nice liquid amount, and then we can let it kind of soak in and thicken up. Add a bit more flour, but you want a fair amount of liquid. Bit of coconut cream, bit of almond milk, a little bit more. If you put too much in, it's not the end of the world. You chuck a bit of flour in there, flour in at the end, and thicken it up. And that is looking awesome. Right, we'll do a quick taste test. That is good. That is really good. Wow, that's next level. I've done a few smoked kingfish pies and whatnot over the years, but the flavour of this marlin, that is a step above. I'm pretty happy with myself so far. See how we go. We've still got we're only halfway. Right, again, just use whatever you got. Substitute if you need it. I've just got some wholemeal flour, white wholemeal, doesn't matter. Just chuck a bit in. Right, that should thicken it up quite nicely. Right, that looks spot on. Last taste test. It's spot on. So now we'll turn that off. We'll get the pastry and pie machine ready, and we're not far off from eating a smoked fish pie. Can't wait, I'm pretty hungry. Alright, time to get these pies cooking. So get your puff pastry, and you've got your pie machine, get that heated up. I've got just a Zip. Doesn't really matter what brand you've got and whatnot. Just make sure it's a nice deep dish. These are really nice deep dishes. The mud pie maker comes with the cutter, so we are just going to get these tops. That is the bottom cut out. So yeah, really handy little pie cutter. That's the bottom. Then we'll cut the top. Yep, boom. Top ready, so there's a pie. I'm just going to cut a few of these up. Alright, we've got our pastries cut out, ready for the pie. 4 bottoms, 4 tops, and let's get them into the pie machine and fill them up. And we're going to spoon our mixture in there. Make sure you get plenty in there so it's almost like a mound on top, otherwise if they're too small they won't seal up properly, and so yeah, don't be shy. Right, that looks looking pretty good. Let's get these tops on. Alright, pies are away. They won't take long, maybe 5 minutes max, and then we're going to have a beautiful smoked marlin pie. Oh yeah, smoked marlin pies. They look awesome. Crispy. Perfect. Let's get them out. Beautiful. Alright, there we have it, people. Smoked marlin pies. Easy as that. Let that cool down and we'll do a bit of a taste test. But yeah, perfect size. Look at that. Just crispy, full. Yum. I don't ever eat pies like this, but purely to show you guys what's going on in here. And look at that. It is moist, creamy, amazing smoked pie. Look at that. Could have tasted on camera, eh? Of course I'm going to say it's good, but it really is. Try it yourself. Easy recipe and super tasty. I'm really good at making pies. Anyways guys, cheers for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it as well. It means a lot. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, I've got plenty of other content to check out. Lots of spearing videos, and yeah, hopefully a few recipes for you in the near future as well.